I had all these straps laying around, and I wanted to try to make a 15-inch riser for those ILF limbs. So you can see my little drilling setup there. I don't have a drill press. I don't have a doweling jig even. I should probably get one. I'm going to go ahead and drill out the tiller bolt hole for the insert. I think I got lucky there. It's snug, but it's not too tight. These were Glarks, Glarks, 5/16 18 by 25 millimeter long double threaded inserts. And then a pilot hole, and I used a 30 seconds drill bit to widen the hole, and those are going to work just fine. Didn't like the way the tiller bolt was sticking up above all of the riser and, you know, just kind of hanging out there in the ether. So I was like, oh, I'll just glue some scrap on there and then make a nice ramp. Spindle sander would be awful handy right about now. I don't know if those are going to bend in there or not. I don't want to break anything. I'm going to heat gun them and dry clamp. There. Same thing on the other side. And then we'll do it all over again with the shedua. It's opening day of archery turkey season, but it's doing this outside. So, no turkey hunting for me this week. So here's where we're at on the riser. Sight window cut out. That's a 1/16 of an inch past center. Contour lines for the grip. I don't know if that's going to show up very good. 3-inch sight window. 1 inch from the shelf to center. Pretty standard. So I've got these. This distance would be where the detent hole is, and that's 2.3125 inches according to schematics online. this thing, it didn't come with any measurements in the specifications. I thought maybe it was 3/4 of an inch when it showed up, but it's not. Tried to knock over the camera. Do you need out that bad? Have fun. That guy loves the snow, man. It's crazy. Anyway, so it's a little bit bigger than 3/4 of an inch, but it's not all the way to the 13/16 mark. But it is pretty much exactly 20 millimeters. Can't remember if I mentioned it or not, but from insert to insert measured, this way, not over the top, but straight line is 10 inches. So that should give me a 56-inch recurve with those short limbs, which is exactly what we're after. It's cold. It's like 16 degrees out there. It's not very nice in here, but it's better than 16. I've just been slowly rasping away. A little bit more rasping, and I'll probably break out the Dremel. This is very bulky in here. I don't mind that it's flat here. In fact, I leave it mostly flat because I like the way that sits on the heel of my hand. But I need to round the throat of the grip on both sides. I need to bring this whole front piece in by rounding towards center. These little flares don't look bad until you get right up on top of them. Then you can tell bad glue lines. You can really tell it was an afterthought. I'm not sure I'm happy with the contour here. Some of this might get cut off, and then I'll match that on this other end. So, like I mentioned, this thing is 25/32 in width, so 20 millimeters. Forstner bit. Right on the bottom of the circle. That's handy. And it's pretty much the proper height, so we can just drive it right in. All right, 3 more of those. 1 here, and then 2 on the other side. Did pretty good. This first one, this hole is, the first hole is just a fuzz bit shallower. The second one that I did, the bottom limb, that looks pretty good. It's in there nice and flush. This one's not so great. But I've just got those tacked in with a little bit of super glue. Just so I can mark this hole so I can re-drill for an insert. I just ran a bead of glue right along there and blew some sawdust at it. So I should be able to heat it up and just pop it right out. A lot of ILF risers, I guess, have a set screw here that pushes on the shoe and lets it move back and forth. And so what I could do is from about here to the end, I could rasp away, you know, like a 32nd of an inch on an angle. That way the pivot point stays captured and doesn't go side to side. And there's not an unnecessary gap here, but that would allow the end of the shoe to move back and forth. And I could go get a really small drill bit and a tap. I assume it's, you know, a 1032 set screw. That's probably what I would have to use to get enough length to reach. I don't think I need to at all. I mean, I have them straight. I put the limbs on, look down them. Everything seems straight and square. This is just cherry, and it is a hardwood, but it's soft, you know. And I worry that if I drill and tap and then run a set screw in there, I just worry that wouldn't be as durable. You know, if I had used phenolic here, probably wouldn't have to worry about it, but you know, I worry about the durability of those threads, and I hate to drill those holes and then have them break someday down the line. I just don't think I need them. My limbs are straight. I can't see why I would need them at this point in time, and that's something that I can do later. Just pop these out, file that slot, drill the holes. That's what we need to do in the future, but I'm not going to do it right now. Anyway, enough yapping. I'm going to mark these holes and then try to pre-drill them without cutting the aluminum. It's 5/16 drill bit. Fits right on the outside edge. Should be able to get this to work. All right, top limb is in. Looks pretty good. This is a little janky, but it's working, so. I suppose we better check and make sure that the limbs are straight and square. I think we're there. These will be quiver inserts for side quiver. They were out of the inserts I used in here, so I had to get these. They're a little bit longer, and then I got a brass washer, so that'll sit on the wood. It'll be a little decorative. I have just barely enough room on this 15-inch riser to put a stabilizer insert here so that I can still use my 808 bow fishing setup. I really like it. I was going to put sight inserts in the sight window, but I think since I have enough room, I'm just going to go ahead and try it. Camera wasn't on. 29/64 drill bit. I had to order a stabilizer insert. So yeah, like I said, these stabilizer inserts, they're like $4. It's 29/64 drill bit, and you drill it in 9/16 inch deep. I'm down to 220 grit now. I spent a lot of time with the 150. Probably spend more time with the 220. 320. Yeah, that's probably as fine as I'm gonna go. I was gonna try and not have it bother me, but this part here kind of bothers me where it doesn't fit flush or it's not tapered into the limb. I kind of don't like looking at it. I'm gonna mark it with a pencil and knock those corners off with a rasp. Okay, still wider than the limb, but at least it's round. It doesn't look as bad. This is the problem I have with literally everything I do. Every time I look at it, I see something I don't like. And now I don't like this part. I want to take it to the grinder and, grind it off, round it off. All right, I like that better. I'm done. Time for finish. I'm just going to use the reel seat. If it's close enough, I should be able to get it by hand without ripping everything up. Yep, that's going to go in there just fine. And that way I know that this thing is going to be situated the appropriate direction. Oh, we're almost there. Come on. Nice. there it is. It's going to be my bow fishing rig. I'm going to grab a couple arrows and we'll shoot it a few times, but anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.